introduce myself. My name is
Warren Ballentine.
Let me just say, I did not come here to show out. I did not come here to impress you. Because to tell you the truth, when I leave here, I'm gone. And I don't care what you think about me. But just remember, when it hits the fan, brother, whether it's next year, 10 years, 20 years from now, you'll never be able to say that these brothers lied to you, Jack.
It's the Warren Ballentine Show. Call 888-669-2281.
All right, Truth Fighters. Happy New Year again. I hope y'all had a good New Year's. I hope y'all had good times with your family and friends and significant others and all that good old stuff. You know, I did exactly what I said I was going to do New Year's. I let the TV watch me sleep. Me and Jackie D hung out. I didn't even get to see the ball drop. I woke up, it was New Year's. It was a new year. And I said to myself, man, things are going to be really interesting this year. And they're already starting out that way. Because when you see what's going on, especially with politics and Donald Trump, like I said, they're all afraid of this man now. And it's because he has the dirt on all of them. And see, everybody keeps thinking that, well, he's in it just to put a monkey wrench in the game. That may have been true 6 months ago. Right now, see, you got to look at history. You got to understand what's going on. He's not going to lose the Republican race. He's going to be the nominee. History tells us that because no political person in history, Republican, Democrat, Whig, whatever you want to go back to, nobody in the history of this country has been winning this late in the race with a 10% or more margin and lost their political primary. Nobody. So history tells us he's going to be the primary candidate. And so even if he had this thing going on with Bill, what happens is this. Power is just like that woman you just can't get enough of, man. She got your nose wide open. She's seductive and beautiful, and you just want her. That's power. And Donald Trump, you know that man loves him some power. Or ladies, it's like having that man, he get on your last nerve. You can argue with him. You can be, I'm done with him. And 3 days later, you find yourself, let me text this man. Let me call this man. Because he got you. He got you. Just like you can get them, get him. That's a power. And this is the power right now for Trump. It's intoxicating to him. So even if he had something going on with Clinton, if he wins this GOP primary, and see right now in the latest poll, right? In the latest Quinnipiac poll, Trump is beating Hillary head to head nationally. CBS poll, he beating her nationally head to head. ABC nationally head to head. So if he wins this nominee and then he sees that he's beating her nationally, you don't think that man is going to try to win for real? Understanding the power? Now, see, the thing about it is this, ignorance is bliss, because I don't think he understands how difficult of a job it is to be president of the United States. And see, for him, it's probably going to be 100 times more difficult because the people who are behind the curtain really running the United States of America, LLC, is going to be back there telling him what to do. And I don't think he's going to want to take the orders. Unlike a politician, he's not going to want to listen to what the money is saying. Because, see, in his mind, he's made the money. And see, if you really look at the story of Trump, even the story of his father, right? Think about what Trump has done over the last 40 years. This is a kid, this is a guy who was from Queens. And if you've ever been to New York and you know anything about New York and the boroughs, right? Manhattan was always the old money. Always, it was the big money, richest people in the world in Manhattan. He was from Queens. For him to come in and his father to come in and them to build skyscrapers and overtake that whole scene, that's saying something about what type of people they are. So this is going to be interesting if he had a deal with the Clintons. Because if he had a deal with the Clintons, I think that deal is dead and gone because of that great intoxication of power. 888-669-2281. Let's go to Dale in Flint, Michigan. What's up, Dale?
How you doing? Now, you had answered, young lady, the way I would have answered her as far as the Waco goes. For at least 2 to 3 weeks before they took the siege, the leader of that group showed their arms. They were heavily armed during that time. And just like you said with the farmers, once if they were to get together and say, you hurt one of our brothers, they would shut it down. Look what happened with GM as far as to Flint. They decided to move because of one reason was because of the tax situation. So when they pulled up and out, what happened? The city went down. Same retrospect when it was come to the unions. When the unions say, hey, okay, we're not going to get what we want, we coming together, and then boom, they got what they wanted. They shut it down. So if anybody was to think that could not happen, it's just a naive statement by saying that. And when you ask the young lady about what would she do when it came to if Donald Trump in there, she could not really give you a solid answer. And then the other young man that spoke even before her, I loved his answers, but at the end, it seemed like he wanted to give up. And I want to give him as much encouragement as I possibly can. We cannot give up. Yeah. We cannot give up. Because once we give up, then we might as well go start digging our grave. I'm not going to let that happen. And then if anybody want to ask me, what do? I get on my friends or family members, did you go vote? Did you go vote? Even if we don't win, at least we still got that voice to say, hey, we did that one small part about voting. I'll never tell somebody not to vote. If you don't vote, and when you go to a person that's, doing you wrong and they say this or that, then you can't really say nothing. And that's one of the problems that we have.
I agree with that, man. I agree with that, Dale, and I thank you for the call, man. I love you guys in Flint. I do agree with that, and the reason I didn't with the whole Waco thing is because to me it's apples and oranges in the sense that he kept showing how heavily armed they were, but it was prolonged out so long with Waco that it was a little bit different, But I think that she made a valid point when she was trying to make her point about how, this can be perceived in a different way. And see, I think that's the big issue here that we got to take out of it. And this is why we can agree to disagree, because see, everybody's not going to see everything exactly the same way. Everything is going to be done in different angles and in different lights. But what makes us grow as individuals is being able to look at it from somebody else's position and get it. You may not agree with it, but you can at least say, well, you know what? I do understand what they're saying. Even though I don't agree with it, I do understand what was said. And see, I think what happened in that call was good because I understood what she was saying, but she also understood what I was saying. Even though we didn't agree on how we was looking at it, we both could say, well, I do see your point. The point you're making right here is a valid point too. And see, that's the thing. The thing about being able to be reasonable and understand and being able to agree to disagree with each other. I'm going to be honest with you. I really learned this when I went to law school. And I never forget the first week of school, we had a fact pattern that we had to write one page on. And so we were sectioned off and we were at a party and we were talking about the fact pattern. And it was 25 people sitting around drinking beer, talking about it. And I was just doing what I normally do. See, when I'm live in person, I don't really talk that much. I talk a lot on the radio, but in person, I'm not a big talker. I kind of like to shut up and listen to everybody else. Do you know all 24 of those other people had a different view? Everybody had a different view and a different reasoning why they viewed it the way they viewed it. That's when I started to realize that, you know what? Sometimes it's not a right or wrong answer. It's just being able to understand each other's view to help you have a deeper understanding of your own thought process. And that's what I try to do on this show. I try to make us think, but not argue because we disagree, because we're going to disagree. That's human nature. That's what you know, ain't nothing wrong with disagreeing. 888-669-2281. 888-669-2281. Talking to you, Truth Fighters, Warren Ballentine Show.